if you could say anything to Puffy after everything you did for him, what would you say?
I'm still here, bro. Still waiting.
What's good, everyone? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. And today, as you guys see, I got my Tupac shirt on. And I wanted to talk about, as a young Latino, as a young Chicano growing up in Los Angeles, Inglewood to be exact, what was going on as far as the Tupac. Because there's always been all kinds of rumors as to this person did it, that person did it, oh Diddy did it, you know what I'm saying? And until recently, they finally arrested somebody for it. And it's somebody that thought they had immunity, right? And I was just watching the whole story on it. And it's funny how they knew this individual had something to do with it. So what they did is they set up a sting operation, right? They were gonna sell him some dope, and they set up the sting. He goes and they tell him, hey, we'll let you off of this, but let us know what happened. And he did. He figured since all the players are now passed away, that he's good. You know, he's not telling on no one because ain't nothing gonna come from it. You know what I mean? He's still able to be a G and abide by the code because he feels like he's not putting nobody behind bars. Now you put yourself behind bars. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, man. It's funny. But me personally, what I heard, it's always been that the Southside Compton Crips took out Pac. And this is going all the way to when I was in juvenile hall. You know what I mean? I remember I went to court, and when I came back from court, they had a riot in my building. So, in order to say fuck y'all to us, they intermixed every cell. Every cell, it was a Latino and a Moreno. It was a Latino and a black in every cell. You know what I mean? It was a homie and a black. So I went to court and shout out the homie Stretch from Southside Compton Crip. You know what I mean? We went to court the same day. So we're coming back. Me and him ended up going in the only empty cell that there was, you know? So that was my celly, I want to say for like a month. Until shit calmed down, then they started letting us choose our cellies again and getting in the whole little motion, you know? So the reason I say that is to say this. I was celled up with Stretch from Southside Compton Crip, and in there I was in Silmar, you know what I mean? Barry J. Night Off, Juvenile Hall. You know what I mean? I even got a picture. I'll try to implement it right here. That picture was actually even taken in that cell that I was sharing with Stretch. He ended up moving out, and I ended up moving my homie in. But what I'm trying to get at is when I was in the cell living with the homie Stretch, you know what I mean, from 2Cs, he was cool. We had iPods and all that, but one thing I can say is that he did not listen to no Pac. For somebody that comes from that environment, you would think, oh, you listening to Pac, all that. He listened to Biggie, but he did not listen to Pac. And it didn't click back then, you know what I mean? Because I did question him about it, you know, like, hey, what's up with that? Like, you don't bump Pac, fool? He's like, hell nah, that fool's mob, you know? That fool's always been mob. So, they've always looked at him like if he was part of the mob, even though he wasn't a gang member, but he was riding with them, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like a China Mac, Crip Mac situation. Even though China Mac ain't from 55 Street, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that probably don't like him just because he's chilling with Crip Mac. So it was like one of them guilty by associations type. That's what I got from it. But it's always been said that it was the 2Cs. It was the Southside Compton Crips, you know what I mean? Who? I ain't here to disclose that information or to even talk about it, you know what I'm saying? But I did want to talk about Keefy D telling on himself. You know what I mean? You guys better watch what you guys say. You go on a podcast, you get too comfortable, probably done smoked or you probably done drank a little bit, and your tongue, saying shit that you know you shouldn't be saying, y'all be careful, because there is always somebody watching. And if there's not somebody watching, there's always somebody hating. If you look into the details of the Keefe D thing, right? Most of it was people that did interviews, that interviewed him, got the information, and sent it to the Juras themselves. One of them even did a video. It's so bold to even do a video and talk about him talking to the Las Vegas police and all that. Talking about emailing them, telling them that they need to do something. They have all the facts in front of them, and it's wild. You got Vlad, right? You got Dialogue, Cam Capone, and I'm just saying ones that I know, you know what I mean? If you guys ain't put it, you know what I mean? But you got these platforms now putting up clips. I seen one of Keefe D addressing Diddy. Like, hey, what's up, man? Like, pretty much telling him, like, you know, I need some feria. He's over there looking out, buying other people cars, doing this and doing that. Pretty much trying to say, like, hey, you know, like, you forgot about me type shit. Like, he didn't want to be tied to anything to do with it, so he just stood back. And you know what I mean? I believe that, and then I don't. You want me to tell you why I don't believe it, as far as Diddy paying and all that? You don't think they would have been tried to collect on that? That's $1 million. Any organization is not gonna just chalk up $1 million, regardless of any situation. You know what I'm saying? They could say, oh, I paid this person and that person. Nah, I'm gonna go get that person, and then I'm coming for you next, cause somebody's playing with my $1 million. So that's why I don't believe that right there. I believe that they did that, and old boy probably ran his mouth about it, you know, like on some drunk shit, or on some, like, right after he heard that fucking song, you know what I mean, the Hit 'Em Up. Maybe at the heat of the moment he said some shit jokingly, and then they just seen an opportunity, like, look, we're gonna get him anyways. He's gonna get got right now anyways, so we might as well try to do that, try to collect. And it never happened. You know what I mean? That's my point of view. But then again, I ain't nobody. I'm just giving you my point of view, what I heard as a young Latino growing up in these cities. You know what I mean? I do live in Inglewood, just a drive away. You know what I mean? Compton's right down the block. If you guys have been checking up with my content, I was just in Watts a few days ago. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Santo G. Unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, let's get it. Long live Pac.